I like to share with you the market trend and challenges in agriculture e-commerce business in Japan. Uh, I put some several bullet points to describe what I like to cover today. As you see in other countries in Asia Pacific region, e-commerce is expected to grow in agricultural product distribution also in Japan. The benefit of e-commerce operation is that farmers can be independent from traditional distribution channel, and also they have possibility to maximize the profit by themselves. And supplier, on the other hand, need to develop strategy how to present their product or how to present their brand, original brand. And one of the challenge in e-commerce model is that supplier need effort to promote their own product primarily by their own resource. That's the challenge for e-commerce traders. And of course, there are opportunities to save cost, such as commissions, which would have been needed in the conventional distribution model. In the e-commerce environment, farmers can control or can operate at lower cost to sell the product. And e-commerce traders have various benefits because they can provide producers information directly to the consumers. For example, if the farmer have good agricultural practice, they can present that type of production process to the end users in the internet environment. So overall, e-commerce will give farmers more and more chances to develop new market, and new customers, and directly represent their value of the business. Now, let's take a look at the internet usage in Japan. According to the white paper provided by Ministry of Internal Affairs and Communication, 83.4% of the people use internet in 2020, year 2020. So more than 80% used internet. In terms of device, what type of tool was used to access internet is that smartphone is the major one, and desktop or laptop computer was also major tools, and tablet was also used. TV set, game machine, cell phone in old generation, and those tools were also used, but top three items were smartphone, computer, or tablet. So e-commerce trader should be focused on how to provide user-friendly system or environment for smartphone users in the internet business. There are lots of e-commerce platformers and vendors, and they run e-commerce website, and that website have somehow like portal site. Portal site, I mean, they are giving widely of the environment to present producers' product or producers' information. So farmers join that network, then they can introduce their product and sell directly to the customers. And farmers have more chances to present their production activities, and also they can make agricultural production more visible, because end user or consumers are concerned about who is the producer of the product. So internet business, e-commerce business is a good environment to present that type of information to the end users. This map, Japan map, is an example of an e-commerce site operated by Japan agricultural cooperatives. Japan agricultural cooperatives consist of 500, more than 500 organizations throughout Japan, and end users, consumers can click any region to drill down to each local JA cooperatives, then select the product, food or uh, uh, vegetable and fruit product from this website. And this is an example of JA portal site. Yeah, let's talk about a little bit about distribution channel. Historically, there are long distribution channel in Japan, and most of the farmers still use that distribution channel because the process can be managed by cooperatives, primarily by cooperatives. For example, farmers produce the material, then sell to the local cooperatives. Then JA sell those products after selecting and grading the product, then sell to the wholesalers. Then wholesalers distribute to lots of retailers throughout Japan, and retailers sell the product to end user in the marketplace. Of course, there was a direct distribution channel up until now, but due to rapid growth of internet business or internet environment, e-commerce is giving more chances for producers to access directly to the consumers. And also, farmers can use platform vendors to participate in that virtual marketplace in the internet, then sell the product to the customers. So compared to the traditional longer distribution channel, this model is cutting, middle layers in the business operations. Yeah, let's look at some example of major players in e-commerce vendors in Japan. The first case is Japan Agricultural Cooperatives. As I said earlier, JA network consists of more than 500 organizations in Japan, and they are regional or local level organization in all prefectures. The second case is general merchandise stores, which is bigger supermarket network. They have real shop at the supermarket, of course, and at the same time, they are providing internet shopping mall to the consumers. And the GMS procure material from producers, then distribute via internet. That's the second example of e-commerce site. The third example is private group. Private group means, for example, there are 47 prefectures in Japan, and so many farmers create the group network to cover those areas in Japan, and they develop a website to introduce the product at local level and at producer level. So there is a internet e-commerce site is developed. Fourth case is internet marketplace like Yahoo or Amazon. Those bigger vendor prepare the marketplace, virtual marketplace in the internet. Then farmers join the and have a contract with those vendors, then they sell the product directly to the customers in online shop. The last case is individual source. Farmers independently develop their website, then directly sell to the customers. If you look at the customer preference on food and concerns of internet trading, according to the survey by Japan Finance Corporation in 2021, the customers' preference on food is they are focused on product is healthy and product is that the price is reasonable and the process is simple. So these are the top three preference by the consumers in Japan. And in terms of concerns on internet trade, the end users are concerned about security of the internet environment, and they are conscious about delivery cost to get the product. And the third one is information provided in internet environment is not user friendly. So consumers need more information about the product and also who produced that material and other items, credibility of the farmers and the trading, internet trading is reliable or not. And virtual information, I mean that the consumers want to see real product. As we saw in today's morning session, consumers want to see the real product, but there is a gap in the internet business because that's everything is virtual in the internet environment. So these concerns are to be focused on for e-commerce traders to develop their businesses. Now, when farmers develop the platform of e-commerce operations, there are various approaches. For example, in-house means farmers can develop everything by themselves. This case can save money, operating cost, as minimal as possible. But on the other hand, farmers have to manage all operations by themselves, develop the website, and put the product on the internet shop and deliver the product and collecting cash from customers. So time, cost, time and resource will be needed, even though they reduce the operating cost. On the other hand, they can outsource some operations. They can use established environment of international internet marketplace. But that means they have to pay cost to operate the internet shop and also customer management and collecting money. So farmers or traders have to make a decision which type can be taken from their resource perspective or cost perspective. Yeah, it's not so easy to identify these are the key factors, and farmers can make success if they keep these prophecies. So it's difficult, but the key successful factors would be how it would be marketing approach for producers. What type of value can be added on their product? What's the difference from other material by other suppliers? So they can, the farmers can identify the real value of their product. And also in the internet environment, they can effectively present that type of information to the end users to select that product or select that farm. So media control by using internet website, Twitter, or Instagram, Facebook. So social media, social network system is also effective to present the activities to the end users. So marketing strategy, it's not easy to describe everything, but what value the farmers want to present and how much price will be reasonable for that product, or where they want to sell that product domestically or overseas trading. So those types of strategies will be set up to make success in the e-commerce businesses. And the other important point is how to manage customer. The first thing is to acquire new customers, but once have new customers, the farmers need to manage properly and keep communication with those customers to keep the business stable. In terms of supply chain, yeah, this morning, Dr. Tai mentioned something about quality control and supply chain topics. I would like to share with you on this slide is number one is quality control is, of course, pretty important to add more value on the product. And post-harvest treatment or post-harvest handling, this is also important. And packaging, proper packaging. These number two and number three are important to avoid possible damage during distribution, during transportation. And logistics, the efficiency in delivery is pretty important for fresh food. How to minimize the distribution timing to keep within shelf life of the product. And number five is low cost distribution. Because farmers need to make money, proper money, to generate money from the e-commerce operations, e-commerce traders have to maximize the value of business operations by cutting cost or reducing operating cost. Yeah, these are the major factors in supply chain management. On the other hand, internet business traders have more, discretionary process. They can manage everything, almost everything, but at the same time, they have to be in line with, they have to follow laws, rules, and regulations related to the internet trading. For example, in the case of Japan, food law regulates the process, food safety, and drug control, customer protection, end user protection, and also health control promotion. So these are the mandatory to be followed in the internet business. And also internet website platform vendor also giving some rules and regulations for the participant. So e-commerce trader needed to follow those regulations as well. So there are lots of challenges, and farmers or producers, suppliers need to follow any regulations from compliance perspective. But at the same time, there are lots of opportunities in the internet businesses compared to the traditional, conventional business model of agri-food. Because by using e-commerce business operations, farmers can realize the direct distribution, the material to the customers. And of course, they can present more about farmers' operations and product operations to make visible to the end users. This will answer to the concerns of the consumers associated with internet businesses. And e-commerce traders, they can manage own marketing, how to sell the product, how much price, and where the product will be sold. The farmers have more discretionary items rather than conventional distribution model using co-op or wholesalers. In other words, they have independent control of the e-commerce. So this is the value of the participant of the internet agri-food businesses. And this is also challenging to acquire customers. But by using e-commerce operations, farmers develop new customers who can be acquired through traditional distribution channel. So overall, these combination of the factors will be a possibility to maximize the profit of the farmers who are participating in the internet e-commerce businesses. So more and more farmers in Japan are participating in this business new operations. But again, they are facing challenges to compete with other suppliers or other farmers in the internet environment. So there are challenging points, but also lots of opportunities for internet businesses. Yeah, these are the topics what I would like to cover today.